Hey, Roger, thanks for joining us today.
It's a
Uh,
pleasure to be here. Thanks for having
yeah,
me.
yeah, of course. You can look below here and see all of these amazing people that decided to join us. They're all in different shards and watching us during this interview. So pretty cool. We brought you on today because I am super, super excited about the innovations that you have been doing at Snow Junior College. So maybe can you introduce yourself, your position, and what you're kind of just what you do there at the college right now?
Absolutely. So my name is Dr. Roger LaMarca. I've worked in higher education for about 18 years now and worked for some of the largest educational institutions in the world, as well as some regional colleges, international universities. And throughout my tenure, my entire career has been focused on online education and developing online programs for students across the world. I've had the opportunity to develop programs for students in China and India and South America, as well as domestically. I've had the opportunity to develop them in multiple languages, in Spanish and English, Portuguese, and it's been a pleasure over the years to work on these different projects and help students across the globe find educational opportunities. I'm very excited about the accelerated online program that we offer at Snow College. And my role there is I've been the designer of this program. I've worked with a number of faculty and mentors and advisors to build this program and make it available. And so that's my role. That's what I do. And going forward, I continue to work with students, continue to work with faculty. All of your students, if you join this program, I'm sure you'll have opportunities to talk to me personally, because there will come a day when you have questions or concerns, and most likely I will be the person who helps with those. But I'm really excited about the program and what we're able to do with it. Look forward to sharing the many great educational opportunities that are available.
Thanks, Roger. That's awesome. And all of you, sorry, I totally slipped my mind today to introduce. Some of you have been to the first 3 episodes here in Multiverse, and or first 2 episodes. And I want to welcome you to episode number 3. It's very exciting. For all of you out here right now watching, I just want you to know that we run these every 2 weeks. My name is Jay Schnorr. I'm CEO of VEDX, which stands for Virtual Education Exploration. It's my passion, it's my life. I love working in this field and finding new innovative programs that are exploring virtual reality, exploring how to connect and give more access to students internationally. It truly is what I want to see, a more open and accessible world for international education. So again, all of you that are joining us, really appreciate this. Come every 2 weeks, keep an eye on your quest. So anyway, I should have started with that, Roger, sorry. But anyway, I got to keep going.
That's good.
So Roger, when I first heard about what you were doing at Snow, I was really interested because I want to know a little bit more. I mean, I know a lot, but I want everybody in front of us to know about the mastery, the pedagogical approach that you took and kind of introduced the program that we're talking about, which is that associate's online degree.
Yeah. So with the U.S. bachelor's degree, the students need to complete 4 years of education. Mm-hmm. And a lot of students will complete those at one institution, but thousands and thousands of students across the country choose to do that at 2 institutions. And Snow College is an institution that provides the first 2 years of your bachelor's degree that you can complete in an accelerated format online. And the goal of this program, like you just mentioned, is that it's mastery based. And what that means is that if a student does not do well on an assignment on their first attempt, our goal is that they can master the materials and they can learn the materials that they didn't do well on the first time. And so what we allow them to do is redo those assignments and redo those activities until they can prove competence, until they can prove that they know and understand the materials. What we found is that this creates a really great experience for students who are learning new materials and trying to master those. It's also a really great opportunity for students to get really high GPAs and succeed in their classes, because if they take a test and they don't do well on it, we give them an opportunity to redo it and get a higher grade. And this way we find that students get much higher grades, they get much higher GPAs, and as they take their first 2 years of their college and they transfer to the last 2 years, a bachelor's degree, to finish their bachelor's degree, they can get into really great schools and have really great opportunities because they have good GPAs, they've completed all of their first 2 years of general education, and then they can go directly into the last 2 years and complete their bachelor's degree at whatever institution they choose to go to.
So let me just pause you there for a bit of a recap for everyone. Just so I understand this correctly, and so everybody understands it correctly, that your degree can be taken fully online, correct?
Yes, 100% online.
That it is for everybody in the world, not just Americans, but it's international.
Correct. We have students from all over the globe who attend this program.
Excellent. That they can retake things because it's you were saying it is self-paced. It's a self-paced model, which means that they they can either work through all of their classes at once, or like I used to do for summer, I would love to take one class and I would put all my effort into that class for a week. And then I didn't have to like stretch my head for 7 other classes, and I could just focus everything. I like to focus in on one thing and really just accomplish it. So that's pretty cool. And you can make sure you get A's because it's based off of the mastery. So I don't like my grade, I go back, I relearn some material, I come back, I retake that quiz. Is that right?
That's exactly correct. And we've seen students do all of the above, right? Some students love to take one class at a time. They'll work really, really hard on it for a few weeks. They'll redo assignments as often as they need to get a really good grade. And then they'll add another class and work on it until they complete that one. And they'll just keep going, trying to complete as many courses as they can. Some students prefer to take 3 or 4 or 5 classes at the same time, do a little bit of each every week, and by the end of the semester have them all completed. Either way is fine with us. Either way, it's mastery based, and so they can still redo assignments and make sure that they're getting really good grades. And as long as students are staying focused, focusing on mastery, completing their assignments, they'll get really good grades and they'll succeed in this program.
Now, we say students, but from everything you and I have talked about, this is for learners, right? This extends to adult learners, right? There's no real age limitation on this. Internationally, sometimes there's age limitations on schools when you can start and go back. And I know that there's a lot of adults I've talked to in all my travels. In fact, I'm in Ecuador right now, and somebody asked me, hey, I'm 34 years old. I never got any type of college degree. Can I start this now?
Yeah, so one of the things that I love about this program is it is built for all. And so we have an early high school option, meaning that students can start as early as 14 years of age, and they can go as late as they'd like. And we have students who are 60, 70 years old who are completing programs.
That's so amazing. It's access right there.
It is. And like you said, it's about learners. Some of these students are lifelong learners who just love to learn and they want to get new materials and learn new things. Some of them are advanced learners who are trying to complete their high school diplomas and get their associate's degrees done at the same time. And then some of them are just saying, man, I really want to go to the United States. I really want to complete a US-based bachelor's degree. And this is a really great way, a really affordable way to complete those first 2 years and then complete the rest of it. And so we see students of all ages, from every country, from every type of background, who this is a really great opportunity for them to go and succeed.
That's great. And so another recap, I just like to make the bullet points here. Forgive me. Any age can attend, and you said as low as 14 in high school. Isn't that a little young? Or I mean, I would think 16 is probably a little bit more mature to take those college credits.
So here in the United States, students start high school right around 14 years of age. And we have a lot of high school programs that are designed for students to be able to earn their associate's degree and potentially even their bachelor's degree while in high school. And so because of that, we do allow students to start early. Now, I would recommend that you review the materials. You make sure that your students are ready for this adult college level content, that they're ready to do this type of work. And we do have a demo account where anybody across the world can log in, look at the materials, look at the assignments, and decide if it's a really good fit for their students or not. But we have seen a lot of students aged 14 to 16 who really succeed in this model. But it's not for everybody. We want to make sure that every student is well prepared and capable of doing college level work. But if they are, this is a great place to start.
So this really does allow international students and domestic students to save a lot of money if they wanted to be ambitious and begin their junior year in high school, begin studying at SNO, and really only have to do 2 years left of their bachelor's when they're done.
Yeah, in fact, that is a large group, a large population of the students who participate in this program. That's exactly who they are. They're juniors and seniors in high school who are completing their associate's degree. And by the time they graduate from high school, they're ready to go on and do their the last 2 years of their bachelor's degree and then graduate. And it saves them a lot of time and it saves them a lot of money, because if you could do them at the same time as you're completing your high school diploma, it just is a really great opportunity for these students.
I mean, when we first started talking, I was really excited that you were asking, not only did you have this innovative degree at SNO, but you were asking, how do we even make it better? Like, an online degree can be tough because it's so, it can be very isolating because you're just doing it yourself, right? But how do we then bring virtual reality, all these folks watching us down here in this space around us? How do we now bring students together to study, to have live laboratory experiences together, SNO students from around the world meeting maybe weekly? And I was excited when you worked with VedX to start putting that into place. I'm excited to see what happens in January when we start rolling out those spaces for your online students. Super, super exciting. So all of you watching, if you join the SNO College, you will also have access to at least the virtual reality space, similar to what you're in here by January. So that's pretty exciting. Yeah, any other comments on the interaction?
Just the technology these days is amazing. And there's so many ways that we can connect with experts all across the globe who can teach us things that we just couldn't do in a traditional classroom environment. And I just had the opportunity to return from Egypt. And while in Egypt, we were meeting with faculty members there who could help teach Egyptian culture, Egyptian history, show us the Egyptian pyramids and all of the different temples. And with technology, we can really bring all of those pieces directly to a student. And it's not just a professor who maybe studied it for a few years. It's people who live there, who know it, who teach it every day, who experience it, and they just have so much wealth of knowledge that they can share. And technology allows us to connect directly with people all over the globe and make these experiences amazing. So we're excited about where we're going and how we can improve this and the ways we can add virtual technology to our classrooms and connect people all over the world to provide great educational opportunities.
That's awesome. Couple other things. So we have people watching here today, and they're probably going to get off and they're going to go look at SNO. And I'm going to put you on the spot. There are a lot of schools out there that say, hey, we're a great school, come to us, but maybe they're not accredited. Maybe there's only accepted at a certain place. Tell me a little bit about your accreditation and your #1 ranking you shared with me.
Yeah, so SNO College has been around for 127 years, I think is what we're at now. And we've been regionally accredited for the 127 years, for as long as we've been in existence. And what that means is regional accreditation in the United States is the same accreditation as all of the major institutions across the country. It's one of the most difficult to obtain, and it's the one that is critical when it comes to transferring credits from one institution to another. And so with that, we've been ranked #1 in the nation for junior colleges on our ability to transfer students from their 2-year degree to their four-year degree. And that's exactly what we do. It's the number one thing we do, is help students complete their first 2 years and then go wherever they want to complete their last 2 years. And we're ranked number one in the country for doing that.
It's great.
And 87% of our students either complete their degree or transfer to the institution that they want to go to. And that is why choosing Snow College is a really good opportunity for for you, honestly.
Yeah. I mean, I spoke to a couple of students that they were disappointed. They went to a school and the credits didn't transfer, but being number one for transferability in the US, that's huge, right? That's a big deal. Like, I'm in Ecuador right now, and the kids, they're like, well, if I take these credits here at my local university, I'm like, well, they might or might not transfer to the US. Hopefully they will, and maybe they'll transfer as regular credits, but as far as what you earn as an associate's degree from a US college, the Ecuadorians here can take those courses online right now and saving money because your coursework is extremely affordable, especially since you're thinking about adding virtual reality into it come January. Exciting stuff. But they can save money, get transferable credits, ready to go for their junior year. Now, the one thing you and I talked about was the engineering part. We all know that engineering is tough to get stuff done online. And hopefully in the future, with virtual reality, we can add some more engineering labs. But for now, we know that you can take the 2 years, but for engineering, you still might have 3 left. And that's okay, because normally, even if you didn't do that, you'd still probably be at your university for 5.
Yeah, and so 99% of bachelor's degrees across the country require a 30 to 36 credit general education.
Mm-hmm.
And no matter what you do, those first 30 to 36 credits that we offer at Snow College, you're most likely going to need those no matter what bachelor's degree program you do. Now, if you are doing a STEM program like engineering, you may end up not being able to transfer those credits from 35 to 60. So that's where that will play. But if you're doing any other program, transferability is really high. And here at Snow College, we've transferred students to every institution across the country. They've gone to Yale and Harvard and Stanford, Notre Dame, every major institution, we've transferred credits. And we feel very comfortable that the very large majority of your classes will transfer without any issues, and you'll be able to go do whatever bachelor's degree you would like to.
I know Latin America is super excited about some of the stuff you're working on with University of South Florida.
Yes.
One of the quickest moving ranked universities in the US. I can't believe they've gone up like 22 ranks in under 5 years. I mean, it's unprecedented.
Yeah.
So that's really cool that you're working on that direct agreement. I know it's not finished yet, but it's exciting to have that almost in play.
Yeah, and those articulation agreements basically give a guarantee, which we love. We want more and more of that as we go. As you may or may not know, it's always up to the receiving institution as to how those credits will transfer. But once again, we transfer students all over the country and to every institution, and we're offering the courses that you're going to need for your bachelor's degree. And so I feel very comfortable that what you're taking here will transfer without any issues. But as you go, please talk to me. Tell me what institution you want to go to. Tell me what degree you want to do. We can look at the articulations. We can talk to those institutions. We can make sure it's a really good fit for you and make sure that wherever you're going, you're going to be able to succeed and take the right classes that you need to save you money, save you time, and get to where you want to be.
Well, I hate to cut short. I'm getting the yellow light here from the moderator tonight, but thank you everybody for joining us. Hey, everything we've talked about it here in episode 3 of the VEDX University Park saga, you can always go put your inquiry down under that door. If you look behind you, there's a door that says inquiries. You click on there, you're going to bring up a web page. It just has your email and your name, and you just type it in with your goggles. Thank you for joining us in virtual reality tonight, Roger. Oh, by the way, after the inquiry, Roger over there, you need to go down to that door and sit in the waiting room because who knows, maybe some of these kids want to come see you and talk a little bit more tonight. And Roger will be waiting in there for you in virtual reality. So thank you everybody for joining us at Multiverse This, you know, everybody's talking about the metaverse, but if you look around, multiverse is actually doing it. So appreciate it, everybody. And thanks for joining VetX. Take care. Thanks, Roger.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.